CC Flo Motion is found under the distort category, and I'm going to apply it to this adjustment layer over everything in my comp. This is a distortion effect that has 2 points of distortion, so that's why we have 2-point controls. And this effect calls them knot 1 and knot 2, so that's what these 2 points are named. Each one of these knots has an amount for the distortion, so if I increase amount 1, we're gonna get everything kind of pulled in towards this point, almost like a black hole. Same thing for amount 2. If I turn that up, it's going to be a second point of distortion in this effect. But I could also go in an opposite direction so that it's kind of bulging it out rather than pinching it in. So it's a pretty dynamic distortion. Right at the top, we have this checkbox for finer controls, and if I click that, what it's going to do is basically make the amount values 20 times more sensitive. So if I increase this, it's not going to distort nearly as quickly. Down here, we have a tile edges checkbox. If I uncheck that, then we're going to lose this expansion that happens when the distortion gets closer to the edge. With it checked, that basically fills in the black transparent pixels. Next up, we have anti-aliasing, which is just the distortion quality, so you can turn this up to high if you're seeing any kind of artifacting. And then finally, the fall off, and this affects both distortion points, but it's basically how large or small that area of distortion is. So if I increase it a little bit and move this around, then you can see that point getting dipped down is a lot larger now. So if I turn off my finer controls and turn this down to a smaller number, we can see how that affects things. Same thing goes for my second control here. So this is a pretty unique distortion effect, but it gives you 2 levels of control. It's a high quality distortion and it renders fairly fast. But that's everything you need to know about CC Flo Motion. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial, then check out the other ones here on my YouTube channel. And if you like my teaching style, then definitely check out my longer form content on Skillshare and School of Motion. And if you want to support more tutorials like this one, check out my Patreon. You can find links for all of that stuff in the description of this video.